God remembered Lot in that depraved nation and made a way of escape for him. Remember, I recently told you that there's going to be the people who will escape freely. These are the people who are leaving by free will. They have the money, they have the means, they have the time. They've researched all the hedge fund places overseas. They put their money in 6 different locations. They've moved on. They have a new wife, 3 brown babies. They're fine in South Africa, wherever they've decided to go. There are people who are going to move second tier by compulsion. The economy is going to change. Certain things are going to change. People will decide to relocate. They're going to go back to their home. That is the prophecy ancestry. God will be moving people's hearts. It's time to go back to Ghana. It's time to go back to Guyana, wherever you're from. And then also some people are going to be forced out through circumstances. And God says that when you're being forced out, you should not cry that you're being forced out of Mystery Babylon, because that is actually his love to you. Because when he gets ready to fight this country, the last place Haitians, the last place Brazilians, the last place Australians that you want to be is here. The final tier are the people that will leave fleeing. This is fleeing civil war. This is fleeing this and that. So God says that he's going to fight America, and that is basically what this prophecy about. It is a no-holds-barred WWE smackdown of the highest level. The prophecy is called Prepare for Level 10, Part 3, October the 3rd, 2024. And the banner scripture tells you everything to know about why God is so angry. Knowing this, first of all, that scoffers will come in the last days, scoffing, following their own sinful desires. They will say, where is the promise of his coming? For ever since the fathers fell asleep, all things are continuing as they were from the beginning of creation. 2 Peter 3, verses 3 to 4. And I think this will be the banner scripture for the part 2 as well. It's ever happened. When the judgments do come, then people say, that's not God, that's HARP. When the judgments do come, then they say, we're going to build back better and MAGA. So God is telling us that there's certain things that we should know, first of all. And one of those things is that there's increased hardness of heart that is always going to be with us in the end times. However, this prophecy is God's way of saying that it is not going to go without being met by a response. So then we can see something. We do not have the power to change anybody's heart. We can try to interact with people. We can share with them what we have. We can pray with them. We can pray for them. But we do not have the power to change anybody's heart. The only person who has the power to change a mocker's heart, a scoffer's heart, is God. And depending on the hardness of that heart, God may not choose to go with a prayer. God may not choose to go with an interaction. He may not choose to go with a dream or mercy or giving them some softball introduction to himself whereby they can say, oh yeah, this happened in my town, now I believe. No. God is going to meet this nation of scoffers with an iron fist. Here's the word of the Lord. America is going to have a shattering big earthquake at a 9 very soon. And that is what they're going to be dealing with when the other ones start to follow. I'm reading exactly as God was saying it to me. So every time you hear they, God is talking about the United States and the people in the United States. He's talking to me and he's telling me, Celestial, America's going to have a shattering big earthquake at a 9 very soon. And that's what the people of America are going to be dealing with when the other ones start to follow. The other ones refer to other earthquakes that are going to come after the 9. So America is going to be a land of shakiness, and God says a big 9 earthquake will come soon, and that's what they're going to be dealing with when the other ones start to follow. He says, soon I will rock this nation down to the foundation. The bricks and mortar that they build with will come tumbling down in an earthquake of a magnitude they have not had to deal with for 100 years. I will introduce the war years of America with a bang and a crescendo. They will go into this decade crying and pleading for relief to no avail. Floods, hurricanes, fires, tsunamis, landscape and topography falling down, mudslides, wind shear, wind chill, excessive heat, monsoon rains, earthquakes, and many more are coming. America, your war years are at hand. I will make war on you with the elements, even as you fight your war at home amongst yourselves. You who thought I was a God of error because I sent my servants to you and you dragged her on the ground, I will fight you for my name's sake, and you will be remembered as the nation that could not hear the Lord. You are about to enter your war years. And so that kind of weather in this country that is simply not native to the area, it simply is not. And earthquakes and many more things are coming. And God says that the war years of America are here. And let me clarify, God is not talking about war years, because I was saying, Lord, do you mean the war years, the Civil War? Or do you mean the war years when Russia is coming? And the Lord simply said, no. The war years where I fight America. I'm going to fight America personally. She's going to fight me like this. I'm going to fight her back. So you make sure to tell her that the war years, the years where she will fight the God that she claims is her God, openly, because she's been fighting me, rebellious, resisting me, and then pretending, throwing a rock and hiding her hand. I'm a child of God. I'm a friend of God. God says no, going to have an open confrontation. Your war years are here, and I will make war on you with the elements, even as you fight a war at home amongst yourself. You will understand more about that as we go further down the prophecy. America is going to become a nation that is very split. America is going to become a nation that is very divided. I know that people do all